What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back. As we continue, it is the Master Channel Podcast. I am DJ Wide Body.
And I'm CX, the producer.
And this is the Master Channel where we discuss the ins and outs of the hip-hop culture, both theoretically and technically. That's right. What's going on, brother CX?
How you doing, bro? How you doing today?
Chillin', man. Chillin', man. Can't be better, man. We here once again, man, as we keep this Master Channel thing going. We got a special guest today. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I like to call him the Silent Killer. All the way from Chi-Town, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give a warm welcome to our brother, Agent Smith.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, bro?
What's happening, man?
Chilling.
What's going on, man? Good to have you on, my G.
Yeah. Hey, happy to be here, man.
That's what's up, man. Welcome to the Master Channel, man. We just want to sit around, have a nice conversation, talk about some things. Welcome to have you, man. We'll go ahead and get it started, man, without further ado, man. Can you just briefly tell us, man, where did it all start? When did you get into production, man? How did it all start? How long have you been at it, man?
I would guess officially maybe 2003, even though I was doing stuff around 99, 2000.
Okay.
Kind of just,
wow.
Messing around with loops like Acid 2.0 and stuff like that, and other people's MPCs and stuff like that. But 2003 is when after tragedy happened, I went ahead and started to take it seriously. So.
Oh man, okay. What I was gonna ask you, so you definitely got over 10,000 man hours, I take it.
I would hope so, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, some people might disagree, but I think I've been at least close to that, if not there already.
Yeah, it sounds about right. You said about 99, you were, messing around with loops and things like that of that nature, and that sounds about, a few people that we talk to. A lot of people start out with like the pause tape and just messing around, experimenting, karaoke machines, et cetera, et cetera. So you've been at it for a long time, man. So when did you, man, that's a long time, man. Jesus.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. Then I think about it, like, dang, it has been way longer than I think.
Right. Wow. What's So you started back then? You play any instruments or anything, or?
Well, back in a little before high school, I played the saxophone.
Sax, all right.
Yeah, so I played sax for a few years, but I stopped that because I hated the band teacher.
Damn.
I was like, man, you know what? I don't need this stress.
What was wrong with the band teacher, man?
I don't like people that kind of like a coach that sit there and yell all day. I don't respond to that very well. So I was like, you know what? You can have the sax. I'll, do something else later. Then in high school, playing the keyboard some in high school.
Okay.
But yeah, that's been about it so far. Although I might thinking about picking up a bass guitar soon. Man,
I hear you, man. I had a bass for a while, kind of didn't have time for it, but I definitely now I got rid of it. I want one back. We also know you're into gaming as well, man. I know you have a assortment of games, collections, and things of that nature. Has your love for gaming also extended, been that long, or even earlier than that?
It's been earlier than that, I started with an Atari 2600, so
okay.
That should tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody don't know around what my age is at that rate if I was playing that, so yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, I think that and just stuff with music in general was probably around the same time, though.
Gotcha. So what was your first, I know CX usually asked, go ahead, CX, you got anything for him, brother?
Yeah, man, 2600.
Right. Right. Combat.
Man, you telling our age, man. Look, I came up on that too, and in television.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I stopped playing video games probably when I was like 16, 15, because my last console was a Neo Geo
God
when it
dang.
came out.
If you serious,
Man,
you had one of those.
Yeah, I had one of those. I had like 10 cartridges with it, everything. And I don't game or nothing like that. I said I won't game until it looked like a goddamn movie. But,
Shit, getting there.
I always wonder, like, how could a person who's in the games make music at the same time? How do you balance that?
And that's extremely rough, to be honest. The way it is, I do things when I actually have the interest or motivation. So it might be a time where I might play a game I like for, let's say, a few weeks. And then I'll stop and then I'll make music for, weeks or months. And it's kind of like a off and on thing. The thing with music is stuff is going through my head like every day, all day.
Right.
Like no matter what. So even if when I'm playing a game or something, I might be listening to records or listen to something else and just kind of formulating ideas. And then I hear something dope. I'm like, okay, let me get back in here. Then I go full into that. So, but it is rough though. It'd be a lot easier if I just had one or the other.
Yeah, because I always say that's like a hell of a, trying to multitask, because I remember back then when I was a kid playing video games, like, and all of us somewhat the same age, we used to have to play the game until we know how to get past certain stuff, you know what I'm saying? And the cheat codes was in magazines, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yep. In magazines and stuff like that. And or somebody you happen to randomly tell you, man, look, it's a door on level 14 or something crazy like that,
Right.
But I think that kind of helped music wise because it makes you learn software like that.
Indeed.
Playing those games like that.
It's very, very easy to go from one to the other. And I'll say that I approach making music with samples kind of like a game. Like chopping samples is like a game to me. It's like a puzzle. So like, okay, so playing Tetris or something, you got a weird piece, you're like, okay, I got to flip this and get this into a certain spot and make it all connect. And that's how I kind of approach music stuff.
Never looked at it like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, inspiration comes from so many different places, Yep.
Yeah, and it's almost even worse for me. If I only had games and music, that would probably be easier. But I'm big into movies, comic book stuff. So
me too.
so it's a lot of a lot of things that I love and enjoy that all cost money and barely give you any money back. But
any money back.
That's how it is. Like I had to quit drinking and going out to the bar. Couldn't do that. Couldn't have had the time or the money.
Well, I think it comes from most creative people, not all of us, but most creative people, they have to have their minds stretched all different places sometimes in order to create. You know what I'm saying? Like, meaning that some people got to multitask to be able to finish something. If they're just doing one task, they don't really do it that quick. They gotta be doing more. It's like easy stuff is hard, but the hard stuff is easy to intelligent people. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it.
Correct.
I kind of agree with you on that too, because it's like I know some people that have to have their plate full for them to be able to function. It's got to be always full. You can't have any empty slots. It's like, man, that's how the grind is for them. So definitely understand that. Let me ask you this, AS. What was your first official piece of gear, man? What did you start with? Like
actual hardware, it was which little drum machine. Not like an MPC or anything. Like the Dr. Rhythm joint. Damn, I can't remember which version that was, but I had that, and then the EMU PK7, or PK6. I mean, the Proteus keys. I had those two at the same time probably around 2000-ish. And then after, of course, I had a computer, so I don't really count that, but yeah, after physical hardware, that's what I had. And then my brother bought me a MPC 1000.
Nice brother. Jeez, what my brother was.
Yeah. I actually I helped him land a job with a company. So he was doing a website or pitching for a website he was building for this company, and they wanted to have certain kind of music, and I helped him out with that. He got the job, so he's like, man, I got this money, so I'm gonna hook you up. So,
shout out to Agent Smith, his brother. Shout out.
Yes, sir.
Every day your brother buys you an NPC.
Hey, I'm like, okay, what's up? So yeah, I had to, even though the 1000 with the janky pads.
Right. Hey, shit, I take it. You easily can go ahead and change them pads up if need be.
Right.
Did you like the 1000? Did you rock with it for a while, or it was like one of them things you rock with it for a while and put it down like I'm done, or did you embrace it?
Oh no, I really liked it, especially when the JJOS popped up. That was a game changer right there. So I rock with it, but it was the pad thing that kind of messed me up. Mm-hmm. You go in there and then you hit a pad, nothing happened. You're like, man, what the hell? Sitting there trying to elbow drop pads and try to get something to trigger. And it was just kind of, it take you out the zone.
All right.
So I ended up stopped using that for a little bit for that purpose, and I was just basically using the computer, and it was just software stuff. Like I think probably around that time I was using Reason.
Okay. Reason guy, okay.
Yeah, because that's software wise, like I said, it was like acid stuff at first. Then I had called the Ninth Wonder combo, so I had Cool Edit and FL Studio. So I was just working with that. I actually still use Cool Edit or Adobe Audition.
Right. You so Cool Edit. I hear good things. I hear bad things about when Cool Edit was out. I heard it was horrible to learn, and the learning curve on it. Then I hear it's like, man, like as we know, Apollo Brown still uses it, and I have Adobe Audition 5, which I kind of use it for recording and stuff like that. But that's cool. So you've been with software for a while. So you go back all the way to Reason 3, Reason 2?
No, it wasn't 2. It might have been probably like 3, 4, one of those two. Yeah, 3 or 4. And I used that all the way up until about 7. Was it Reason 7 or 8? Was the last ones I really used. And I mean, I bounced around a bunch of stuff, man. That's probably not a good thing, but yeah, I just try to find something that makes sense to me and how it works. So I've just been bouncing around and with machine and stuff like that.
I disagree with that. I think you've been around for a long time that warrants you to jump around. I mean, it's not like you're starting from scratch learning to do something. You've been in the ball game for a while, man. Speaking of the ball game, from what I hear, your fruits of your labor have paid off. You had got can you tell us a little bit about your placement you got with Adult Swim?
Oh yeah, the Adult Swim.
Tell us how that came to.
Yeah, so like I said, I really started getting serious. Like I said, it was like 2003. So 3 years later, watching Adult Swim, Boondocks, and all the other stuff. And they had one of the bumps where they're like, hey, they were looking for submissions for music. So people were telling me like, yeah, you should go ahead and send some stuff. I'm like, all right, I guess. So I just went through. I had like a CD with like 10 tracks or something that I thought might fit. Sent it off, and I didn't expect to hear nothing back. I just send it off, you know what I'm saying? If I hear something cool, whatever. It was probably, everything was snail mail, so it was probably maybe 3 weeks later, I get a letter in the mail from them like, hey, we like some of the stuff on here. We want to use, this one track, or then come to find out they end up use maybe like three or four of the tracks that were on that CD.
Wow.
So I'm like, oh, okay, bet. So, they sent the contract and all the other stuff. And I think I still got it on VHS tape at some point. They told me, okay, it's going to be on Sunday night around this time, which I think it was either right after Boondocks or right before it.
Wow.
And I'm sitting there in the house and look up. I'm like, man, that sound familiar. Oh, snap, that's my beat.
Wow.
And at that time, they put your name on it. After the first couple episodes, they didn't have people's names on the bump. So, it was just, people just look around the internet like, who's that one track? And this was MySpace time. So
right.
the track played, and I'm like, okay, that was dope. Didn't expect nothing else. Then all of a sudden, my MySpace page was getting hit up crazy. And I was like, what the heck? I'm like, oh, that's from the Adult Swim joint.
Damn.
So I wasn't prepared for that at all, because I didn't expect nothing from them. Like, okay. So if it was now, I would have been more prepared and had some stuff more lined up. But
hey, that's what's up, man. I probably been. I can see you reacting.
Yeah, that would have been I mean, that's, you look at it as a launch pad to do other things. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would look at it, Because, I mean, most of the people that's in the know and the gaming and the anime and all that, they watch Adult Swim.
right.
So they know, they know who you are.
Yeah, I mean, it surprised me. I mean, even to the day, I'll randomly get hit up on somebody that remembers the track that played. Like, yo, I've been looking for you, man. I didn't know. I'm like, I had no clue. So it's funny. Yes, that was.
Now, you said you used the MPC 1000. So that was the only MPC you had besides the one you have now, right?
Yeah, they actually owned. Yeah, that was only that one in the live. Yeah, I've used like a 2000 XL something before, but I didn't actually own it.
Oh, okay.
And, back then, it seemed like that was like an impossibility. Like, oh man, I'm never gonna have money to get an MPC. That's crazy talk. But yeah, now looking back, like, oh man, if I really wanted to, I could have got it. But
yeah, I mean, some things back then seemed, because the price. People cry about prices about equipment now. Back then, man,
yeah,
they would have had a heart attack. How much they talk, but they want a Triton.
Oh man, they just go in the Guitar Center looking like, man, ain't no way in hell I'm be afford a Triton or Motif or something. Them prices might have been $1 million that time.
Did you see the new Phantom?
No, I haven't seen that.
Crazy.
Yeah, the new Phantom, but guess how much it costs?
Like 5 with 3.
3 something.
Yeah, so
Yeah, they probably got all the bells and whistles in that bad boy. So
colorful like a mug.
I bet the old ones were crazy colorful at the time too. So
yeah,
I'm like, man, I always wanted one too. I just never got around to it. But
I had one. Had the 61 key, the Phantom 61. I had a second Phantom with the colorful screen and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, the Phantoms are incredible. Like that machine. If you paying that to me, that Phantom is marketed towards a musician that's torn.
Okay.
You know, that's torn or something like that. And that's kind of like their only device they're using. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like that's not that it could fit in with what we do. But I mean, can you justify that 3,000 or something when you got all these plugins and everything on your computer that's basically way more equivalent and beyond than that Phantom is?
Exactly. It's kind of rough these days to justify that.
What he said, you know, and I look at it like if I grab something like that, I trigger the MIDI and get the sounds out of it. I'm like, wait a minute, I probably got that shit on like Omnisphere or something. Anyway,
Right.
Keyscape.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think about those? You gotta check out those new MC707s and 505 Roland 707s.
I was kind of surprised by those. When I saw it, I was like, really? They doing this again?
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be something cool to have just on some gear lust kind of stuff, but I don't really see the real point, I guess. I'm kind of like confused. I'm like, why do this now? Like,
I don't like the way it's built. I just, you know, I remember you had the 909 CX.
Yeah, I had that for like 10 years.
Built like a freaking tank. And like, I look at this plastic piece, it's like plastic, $999. I don't know.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know who's really for.
I mean, like I was in Guitar Center today, and the dude was like, guitar representative was like, "Hey, you see the new Uno drum machine by Eric Motown?"
Oh yeah.
I said, "Do a sample." He said, "No, but it got some cool sounds." And I said, "Nah." You know, and like to me, like those type of units to me are for those modular type of dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
who just want to recall a sound and they're cool with what they got and you know what comes with the machine, and that's it. You know, even if you're not no sample chopper, you want to still be able to import your own samples. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Right. Absolutely. Especially these days, like that should be default.
Yeah.
Automatically. I think that the 505, I think you can sample into the 9, I think it's called the 9 or the 7. The 5 you can't sample into it. I'm like, what is good is this for? Like, everything's got to have a line in. You should be able to take this sample and at least loop it or have some trim points or something in it, you know?
Yeah, a little something, some kind of basic sound design with your own sounds or something.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I hear a lot of people Google Gaga and over it, and you know, it's just like, you know, when you're on NPC forums and the guys on there, oh man, they don't have enough LFOs and all this crazy shit, man. Like if you're into that type of stuff, go get a goddamn modular drum machine or modular keyboard. This ain't for all that, man. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta agree with you. I gotta agree with you on that.
Yeah, I mean, if you can do it, I mean, it's good to have some of those options in there, but you know, you're right. It's not meant to, you know, go super crazy with it. It's like, yo, there are things for that. You got to pay a little more bread normally, but that'll make more sense in the long run.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I remember, you know, when I first got the SP12 and the 1200 and all that back in the day, and a lot of them drum machines that a lot of people lust after, I had the DX, the DMX, the 606, the 808. I had the original machines back then, and once I got a hold of the MPC 60 when it came out, and then I got the SP1200 and the S950. I had all three of those at the same time back then. And all those other drum machines I had, which I was buying from my homeboys, I would sample all the sounds out of and then sell them.
It makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But because there wasn't no drum libraries really back then. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't see the logic behind these drum machines that these people talk about now, you know, the Uno and all these other drum machines like the Brute and all that, the Arturia Brute. I'm like, you're gonna eventually get tired of those sounds in there. Yep. Then what are you gonna do?
Exactly.
Right.
Well, I'm like, hey, I mean, more power to them, but I don't see. I can use that money for something else. Put that to a bunch of different places. So nah.
Sure, I hear you. You always went by Agent Smith?
Yeah, Agent Smith, 78 since what? Yeah, pretty much since the beginning. Because my guy L Rock gave me the name pretty much. I met him back around 2000. We were working in the same spot, and he heard some of the random beats I had made previously years before. He's like, man, you're getting started again, sing me some stuff. And I sent him a beat, and then he spit a rap, and he called me Agent Smith in there, and I'm like, oh, okay. So then I was like, I put 78 because it's kind of, well, from the year, and it also has some video game stuff tied to it, like Hitman. Hitman's like Agent 47.
Yeah.
so you know, that kind of thing. So I was like, I'll just rock with that. And plus Matrix was out at that time too, so you know everybody was on some Matrix stuff.
Right.
I was ready to tell you to elaborate for people that's listening, let them know where Agent Smith come from, because a lot of them might not know.
Yeah, that's definitely the old Matrix, you know, changing the world back in 2000. So it's like 8 million Agent Smiths out there. So yeah, I gotta make sure you put my stuff in.
Yeah, there definitely is. Yep. I remember when we first started, first met, and I was looking for you to get on the hangout, and I'm like, man, there's a lot of agents around here, man.
There's a lot of real agents too.
Right, yeah, that too.
You know.
We all seen in the news lately.
I mean, really, if I was a real life agent, I would be Agent Smith. That's my real last name.
Yeah, you would. You're right.
So yeah, it all works out. You know, I try to keep things simple.
Right.
So AS, real quick, let me ask you this while back. You also a machine user too, as well, right?
Yeah.
Which machine you got? The MK3, right?
2. No, I didn't get the
2. Okay. How you like machine?
I mean, it's nice, but you can't. Well, I won't say you can't. You can finish ideas, but you kind of have to do a lot of work around to kind of get a whole song put together. You could do it a lot simpler with like a song mode, like in the MPC and stuff like that. But I don't have I don't have any real problem with it.
Right.
But you know, you could chop in there, but it was kind of weird. So I used to do all my chopping in like Adobe Audition or something else, and then just import all the chops into the machine.
Damn.
And then just do like little editing if I had to with chops. But trying to do it in the actual machine just didn't feel right for some reason. I don't know, maybe it was just me.
You feel limit, like there's limits in there when you.
Yeah, a little bit. You know, it could just be because I've been messing around with Cool Edit for so long, and it's a DAW, so you got all these random options you can do with the audio while you in there, and then export it out. Even though, you know, machine had, of course, the lazy chop, as they call it, auto chop method and that kind of stuff, but I just like to have more options available without having to think about, okay, I might need another plug-in, or I might have to take it out and do something else.
Let me piggyback off of what he asked you about Native Instruments. How do you feel the last, say about a year or two, what do you feel about the directions that Native Instruments is going? How do you feel about the whole situation? Because right now it's like you guys been waiting around for some updates and vice versa.
Yeah. I mean, it's very apparent that they probably don't really want to deal with hardware that much anymore. That's what it seemed like. What they're going to really stick with what they're really, really good at, which is software, like Fleet and everything else. I mean, you can't really beat that stuff, but it's kind of sad that at the very least they could have said, hey, let's give y'all a few more options in Machine, like one last hurrah, just give me like a decent song mode and a few other things, and you'd be straight. But at this point, I done moved on anyway, so I haven't used Machine in like in over a year.
Let me ask CX. I know CX, you just be all in your business and stuff. You just acquired the MK3. How you feeling with that MK3, man? Is it something that you gonna keep around, or is something you gonna say, you know what, put it in the closet?
This is how I look at it. This is how I look at Native Instruments machine software. It need to be paired with something, like some type of DAW or something. You know what I'm saying? Like in order for you to utilize it, to me, it has to be paired with something. Whether it's Ableton or whatever you sequence or do whatever, rearranging it, using that. For now, I'm using the MK3 inside of Studio One. And Studio One is basically somewhat the sequencer. And the MK3 is just the sampler for Studio One. But to me, like sometimes to me it seems like the machine followers are like Apple followers. Meaning that, and Donald Trump followers, meaning that it's like a cult. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't do nothing wrong when there's a lot of stuff that's wrong with this. It's a lot of stuff that's not wrong with it, but it's some things that's wrong with this MK3. You can't use the headphones and the outputs of it at the same time.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's weird, ain't it?
Because I'm looking
looking to get one?
No. I'm looking at, like, I would like to have the headphone option as well as the output at the same time.
Right.
Possibly, up to a sub bass or whatever. I don't know. I mean, different options. That's crazy.
Yeah, you can't use that at the same time. And also, for those that know how to use it and those who love machine, I'm not knocking it. I'm just talking about from my review of it. And I was like, trying to, anybody that we usually interview, I ask them what they're using. If they say machine or MPC, I usually try to get their real input and thoughts on how those two devices are working for them.
All right. Yeah, absolutely.
They had to make that move. Especially now with like Ableton and MPC, being able to export the Ableton.
Sure,
that's
like bingo.
Yeah, that's it. I'm like, okay, well, I'm good to go then, because you can still do a lot of stuff and kind of formulate your song in the MPC.
Yep.
But to be able to have it all tracked out without having to physically track it out like back in the days, and to have it all lined up in Ableton and ready to get the final good mix on it and everything else.
Yep.
Can't beat it. Crazy. It's crazy. I was telling Wildbody about that export.
I've been using it. I've been using it to death.
2.6 came out.
Hey.
I'll do an idea at the job, and then I'll take it home and export it out, and then because I like doing bass lines in the Ableton or whatever, or it's kind of instrumentation. I'll just bounce it out of there, man, load it up, put it on a thumb drive or whatnot, and I'll finish it up.
Yeah.
He the prime candidate for that function. You know what I'm saying? Wildbody is.
Oh yeah.
Man, so he's a push master. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, I wish.
And then he, I'm sure it's like you can literally take his MPC anywhere, work on something, then export it to an Ableton file, and boom. But the kicker is this, though. If you're ever in the studio and you got your MPC sitting right there, and most of us using it standalone at times, but your computer's over there running Ableton, turn Ableton link on.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And you can work on some acapellas with the beat and all that other stuff.
Beautiful thing.
Yeah, I didn't expect that to happen, but man, they killed it with that.
Yep.
I'm like,
that's how you supposed to update, damn it.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Well, 2.7 is coming, and I seen 2.7. 2.7 fully controls Ableton.
What? Let's go.
I seen the goddamn clips running on the MPC live screen.
What?
Wow. Okay.
When is this update supposed to be?
I think it's supposed to come this month, later this month.
Oh man,
look. Yeah. Well, know what I'll be doing. Hey, that's ridiculous. Hey, Kyle was, they had some dark days for a while, but yeah, they're really coming through these days. So.
They are forgiving.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Hey.
You know what I was thinking when the MK3, I mean, when I seen her, they had an interface on board. I'm like, well, okay, good. You're going to have audio tracks now. But then I think the Renaissance had the interface on it as well. But Akai redeemed himself by coming up with 2.0 with the audio tracks. So I'm like thinking, is Native Instruments going to follow suit? Or is Native Instruments saying, hey, we're not going to follow everybody else? We're a damn software company. And to me, being an old machine user, I'm cool with using the software. That's not a problem. But just do something. Like, if you're not going to do a standalone unit, then fine. Go ahead and embrace the software. Come up with something different. Make this thing as Native Instruments, man. You got to have a DAW, man. A real DAW,
I don't think they have to have one. I think that, they always try to put out their other product is Tractor for DJs. Right.
But
some of those DJs have MP3s.
Exactly.
So you can't use them MP3s in machine.
That's another thing. Exactly.
Which is crazy after all these years.
Like, really? They supposed to be leading the software charge.
They were.
I remember it was when I first got a machine, it was like I got it. I went to go get the studio for Christmas, and they didn't have it, and I didn't want to wait, so I was like, what's this colorful thing? I knew nothing about it. But then when I got it, then I started seeing people with it. I'm like, machine was a force to be reckoned with back in like 2012 to like say 2015. Everyone had machine, man. I even seen some of my favorite producers with machine. Havoc, even Ski was rocking with them with the, I don't know if that was his main piece, but he sure was doing those little Sam Ash things. But embracing it, man. But
that's most people's stories, really. Like I was going to get an MPC, it was a studio or something, or a Renaissance, but then machine, it was like almost half the price at that point.
Yep.
I was like, well, shoot, I'll give that a go. Save some. That's how I ended up getting that, because it was cheaper.
I murdered my micro. I got another micro last month, brand new out the box, man. Somebody had it and didn't know what they had, but I murdered my micro, man. That's when, what you call me, Durant, Roberto Durant. Boy, I dropping elbows and knees and everything on that, man. That thing was blinking and shit, but it was a good run. But Akai is winning. I've never been so excited for an update with this live. Like, to me, the live is, and now it's married with Ableton, like we were talking about. It's a great thing. We're all here to receive all these new upgrades. We're right there on the front lines, man. Can't get any better than that.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I just hope Native Instruments, the machine users, because a lot of time competition makes it better for everybody.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. At the very least, they should come through at least one with whatever 3.0, whatever it's going to be, and then just, that's it, so be it. But come through, give us the features that,
everybody wants. What do we want?
Still got it.
So what do you think? They asked me, ask you. So what do you think what would be the perfect scenario for Native Instruments, man, in this next update? What do you see? What do you think would be the best course of action for Native Instruments?
At the very least, they need a song mode for in the machine. At the very least, you need to be able to, easily format a song and do some kind of edits in linear format. And of course, MP3 importer. I mean, that should be a no-brainer. That's like, simple stuff. If they had at least those two, it'd be a lot better to kind of only be in machine and then be able to say, okay, I'm just going to take the stems out and then I get it mixed or something in another software, send it out to somebody else.
Right.
I mean, that's all I really wanted at the time was a decent song mode, because I'm the kind of person, I don't really like to go to different software where I don't have to,
right,
or different things. So I like to do everything in one spot.
Well, you know what's crazy? I'm gonna cut you off, man, but that's doing, because I do this with Ableton. I'll make a beat or something and I'll go to Studio One and record it, or Reaper, and Machine made me do that. I'm so used to doing it because I'm so used to doing it, so I don't have to. Actually, I like using Studio One for like tracking and stuff more than Ableton. I just think it's not really set up for that. But it's like every machine user is so used to bouncing stuff out, even when I not even use a machine anymore. That's crazy.
I still wouldn't do it though. That was the thing. When I use a machine, I try to do everything I could, and that every shortcut I could think of to try to get a track out and get it set up, and
duplicate patterns and
all kind of crazy duplicate patterns and going back in, and so I mean,
they need a multi-timbre mode for machine, meaning that each group could be sequenced in another DAW. Each group on machine could be sequenced, on a different MIDI track in any DAW. It's so hard to set that up. The MIDI information is so crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Make it user friendly. That's somebody.
I never used it really. I tried it, and like you said, it was just too weird. I was like, the hell with that. I'll just stick to what they got in here. It's just set up for you to have, use its own sounds and add like a complete or something else. That stuff works great, flawlessly, but like you said, MIDI stuff, that's a little, it's not a strong suit.
Complete's too rich for my blood. I like Contact, man. That's my favorite.
Hey, Contact dope too.
Let me ask you guys something. Do you guys use macros at all in any capacity? Like
what, in machine?
Like in Ableton, as far as assigning things like that.
I mean, I used to do stuff like that. I do that. I do that in Studio One.
Okay.
But I don't really have no serious controller keyboard or nothing like that here.
Yeah, I'm the same boat.
Yeah.
I figure once I get a certain, a good controller keyboard deal, then I'll probably get more into that. But
$600 for that. The A was a 49. With the scale, I can't see myself spending $600. $600.
Oh, you talking about the AS, the one AS had? I mean, the one on the 110?
Yeah. It's a lot of bread for a MIDI controller, but I mean, what it can do is not like any regular MIDI controller, but still, man, I don't know. It's dope.
I was looking at it today when I was in Guitar Center, but they have an M Audio keyboard called the Control 49. They use one of there for $159. I would have got it today, but they had that hold on it.
Oh yeah, you get a hold of it.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, you hate that shit.
And they had the VIP software on it.
Okay.
The Kai VIP software.
Yep.
They did a comparison between the VIP software and Complete, the Complete keyboard. The VIP software is destroyed everything because you can control any VST with it.
Wow.
Okay. I know what I need to be looking at then.
Nice. I like how they came and got those the other S models and stuff. Kind of made it a little bit more, I say price friendly, but I don't know how they. I think Phil had one, but they seem to be satisfied with it. Yeah.
I think they should come with a standalone keyboard workstation.
That'd be real nice. I could see that too.
With Complete in it.
That'd be expensive, but it'd be nice.
That'd be a killer, yeah. You probably be about.
It could compete with like the Phantom or something.
Yeah,
that'd be real nice.
Yeah,
I can see
$4,000, something like that.
Not really, because you think about it, they already got their little keyboard. They just need a hardware manufacturer to actually put a little Raspberry Pi or something inside that little computer in the keyboard, SSD drive, and tell you you can use a thumb drive,
make it hybrid too,
or whatever with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and have complete running on it, and be like, look, you can use your own hard drive or thumb drive with it, so they don't have to cost up by putting a hard drive in it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, that would be a good idea, actually.
Yeah, and that with that keyboard right there, they would make some money, because just that same vein that Phantom's in would be the same vein that complete keyboard would be in.
Yep. And Complete's already sold. You know, people, there's them diehard Complete people that get it every time the new one come out, pre-ordering it. So that itself, them people will migrate over to that. And then, you know, you had the people that, you know, that got the bread, and you got a lot of expendable income, like, well, let me mess around with it, man. I got one here. And then, hey, this thing's working. I can see that happening. Maybe Venturements would be able to. I just think they're afraid of standalone shit, man. I don't know.
They went to team up with a hardware manufacturer.
Yeah, like I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which makes sense.
And guess what I think they should team up with?
Newmark?
Behringer.
They're gonna come up. Right.
Yeah. That would be really smart, actually.
Yeah.
They listening.
Yeah, they team up with Behringer, because Behringer been putting out the DeepMind analog synth, the Model D, like the SE, you know, like they got their own synths out now that's been ranting and raving. You know, so I mean, they got the hardware to, you know, they're a hardware company to be able to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Behringer. Yeah, I remember Behringer. They look at you crazy if you had a Behringer back when I first started. They're like, oh man,
hey,
you got that fake ass Mackie.
I got these truths, man. I couldn't be more satisfied with them, man. I love them.
Man, I had a pair of them wide body. I loved them, man. One of them fell off the stand.
Is it? Damn. Yeah, he was bumping. I was thinking about getting the small. They got some like 4s and 5s. So I got rid of my other 8s I had. But I'm like, man, and I got a few things, some Behringer stuff, man. I don't have a problem with any of them. It sounds just as good as any other thing. Isn't the company Behringer for some ex-Steinberg employees or something that kind of went rogue and started up their own stuff?
That I don't know. Yeah, but I do know that that Behringer and Mackie use the same components.
Okay. Maybe it's Mackie then.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they use the same components in a lot of stuff. That's why this stuff is so similar. You know, like those truth monitors is the equivalent to those on the Mackie side is the HSs. I forgot what which ones they were. Yeah, equivalent to those.
Right on.
But yeah, so let me ask you something. I'm gonna ask you about this credit card me and Wide Body got for you too.
All right.
Before he starts, I got everything. You just name what you want. We'll get the blue book value, and we'll let him finish. I'm sorry.
Yeah, everything Wide Body said. Everything he said. We just got a credit card in the mail from Guitar Center, and it's $10,000.
Okay.
You can only spend it in store. Now, of course, you can spend it online too, but it has to be spent by Guitar Center, and you can't get no currency for it. It's just for buying equipment in Guitar Center. Okay. So, run down the list. What would you get?
All right. First thing, I think it's called OmniRack Studio Desk 24, OmniRack Force, I think it's called.
Wow. One second. He the first. Why about it?
Yeah, I am.
First one.
Yeah. Yep.
You are the first one to ask for a desk. I said that on the last one. I said nobody asked for a desk or nothing.
Nope.
I'm on like a picnic table or something right now. I need a desk.
He got a desk because he about to fill that motherfucker.
Man, got to.
I proceed, brother.
Okay.
How much are those? You know how much those are? Roughly?
That's usually about 2,000, I think.
Yeah, about 15, 2,000, man. It depends on what size, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, you got all right, so you got 8,000.
Let me get a I think it's Arlex, how you pronounce it. Then they have a
phone.
Ruminator kit or something like that. That's about probably like almost $1,000. If I'm gonna spend, I'm gonna get all the money. Whole kit. So I want to be able to really go in and hook my room up.
All right, we got $1,000. You definitely going $1,000. You're good. So we're at 7.
Okay, let me get the Focusrite Claret 8 Pre.
That's about 500.
Then I need a CDJ, so I get I think it was the Pioneer. I think it was the DJ700 or X DJ700 something.
Oh, or is it one or
just one?
So
okay.
1,000 a piece, maybe.
Somewhere in that range.
Yeah, I'm at one today.
See, 2,000.
Yeah.
Hang on, yeah, 4,500.
All right. Let me get the Complete Control 88 key with Complete 12 Ultimate.
2,000.
Cool, two G's right there. Let's see.
2,500.
Let me get a Yamaha 16 channel mixer. I think it's MG something. I forgot what the exact
with
thing.
the blue background and So you probably put the 16, 500,
600 somewhere around there.
Go 500. Okay, 2,000.
All right. Let me get some. What was it? Atom Audio. Do AX7.
Jesus. Damn. What's some things running?
They probably about 1,500.
Okay, well.
Let's see.
$500.
They might be like 800 a piece or something.
Yeah, 1,600, man.
So we went 15. You got 500 left for Diet Dr. Pepper.
All right, that's what we talking about. Then we can like just cables and
Perfect.
2 monster cables, 400.
Right. See if we diamond insulated joint. So round it off.
You might as well get a full throttle on your way out the door.
Hey, that was the most. That definitely was the most thoroughest $10,000 spent on the Master Channel.
Hey, I think about this stuff a lot, so.
He put the bulk purchases down. Wasn't no nickel and diamond. Like, no, I need this, and this.
Hey, if you give me 10 G's.
Let me get the Neumann.
Top of the line.
That's dope, man.
Wow.
Hey, man, why don't you tell the listeners, man, your handle on social media? Where can they find music at?
It get a little complicated, but if you look up Agent Smith 78, you can usually find me anywhere. Also on Twitter, it's AS Beats. But also Agent Smith 78 should still pull me up on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Anywhere you go, Bandcamp.
Okay.
Yep. Wow.
Well, those of you that don't know who the silent killer is, you will soon find out. Call him a silent killer because he just be quiet, man. But the stuff he be making it's real disrespectful. Disrespectful.
You know, some Terminator shit.
Yeah.
Don't say nothing.
They say watch out for the quiet one.
Just chilling, man. Just be in my own little zone.
Yeah.
Hey, I can honestly say, he's a good brother here. I mean, not that all the other brothers and sisters that was on here not good, but good brother here.
No
you
doubt.
know. And we do this master channel, and all of us are in the same collective, but we're spread out. And it's very seldom we get to actually, be in each other's presence.
Right.
And I can attest to that. When we were in Detroit, this brother was so humble and so quiet over there making some goddamn heat. You know what I'm saying? And didn't really say one word, but when he turned it up, that spoke for itself. You know what I'm saying? That spoke for itself.
Shit, I'm trying, man.
Well, you ain't got to try.
I guess you look at it like your music speaks for you.
Yeah, it does. It speaks for him, man.
Yep. Cool.
Somebody got to. I don't do it for myself, so something got to.
AS, you kind of dude that can go to any place in this country, man, and chill. Anybody, any group, yeah, just where you carry yourself, man.
Yeah.
That's the point. I try, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be me.
Hey, you know what they say? It's real easy being yourself, brother.
Hey, it's hard for some, man. But
Who you listening to right now, man? Who's on your phone? Like,
well, right now, Cavalier, older album, Private Stock, Robert Glasper, joint, Danny Brown,
okay,
Razzcast, so nice too, Little Brother, and just various jazz stuff that my uncle sends me. So he sent me like tons of different artists albums to check out.
You know what I forgot to ask you? You use software too, right, for mixing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you put on your master channel?
Just a glue compressor.
damn.
That's it. Like since I use Ozone and I used T-Rax before,
Me too.
I keep the master channel very, very minimal. Just enough to tame some levels, or kind of like a limiter, pretty much.
Right.
But even still, I try not to even really hit that. I try to have everything mixed and at a level, so when it comes out, it'll be right around, -6 or -4, somewhere dB around there. Get it to the other software, T-Rax, Ozone, and then do my final master / mixing those. I don't like to use a lot of out. Like I said, I keep stuff in the box, so whatever Ableton come with, that's what I'm using to, it's EQs, it's compressors, everything else. I work that stuff till it can't do it no more. So,
Gotcha.
Well, Ableton stock plugins are incredible.
Oh hell yeah, it's crazy. Like the drum bus that they came up with.
It's something else, man.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
I grouped the drum bus with the utility plugin.
Yeah,
man. Yeah. Although I will say I do have one. I think it's the Wolf compressor.
Yeah.
So I do have to bring that out every once in a while. That little crunch, like the SP303 kind of thing going on. But
Cal Big Crusher.
yeah, see,
America's best kept secret. That thing is a hell of a fucking big compressor. Big controller.
Man, so yeah,
Pressure.
because I do have a 303 too, but instead of trying to run everything through it and come back out, that Wolf compressor does the trick.
Who makes that?
What's the name of that company?
Good Hurts.
Yeah, Good Hurt.
Oh, the Wolf. Yeah, I got the Wolf. Yeah, that's a hell of a compressor. I like it on the drums and maybe the master bus. I don't like bussing it though.
I never really used it. I've been stuck on Fab Filter and T-Rex, and I also have Ozone 9.
Just grabbed that last night myself, brother. That
Just
low
need to download it. I got it. I just haven't downloaded and installed it yet.
That low frequency plugin is a computer destroyer.
God, as usual.
Yeah, that was more, man. That's long story, but man. Hey, it's man, definitely a pleasure, man. You coming, talking, chatting, chopping it up with us, man, here on the Master Channel, bro. We definitely appreciate it, man.
Hey, not a problem. Thanks for inviting me on, man. It's been fun.
It's an honor being
problem, bro.
Shit. So, I guess that we're gonna wrap this up, my G. That'll do it. This episode of the Master Channel, our brother, Agent Smith, chopping it up with him. Once again, I am DJ Wild Body.
I am CX the producer.
And this is the Master Channel, where we talk about the ins and outs of the hip-hop culture, both theoretically and technically. Everybody, see you next time. Once again, for CX, NAS, DJ Wild Body, we out.
Peace.
Peace.